feel a lot like 17. I feel like windows roll down new city streets and cabs. I feel like anything can happen, laughing. You take me right back when we were kids. Never thought I'd feel like this. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. Like a young John Cusack, like making big mistakes. I feel like for the first time in a long time, I am not afraid. I feel like a kid. Never thought it'd feel like this.
Dear Corey, I can't believe this day is finally here. It still doesn't seem real. Thank you for choosing me to be your wife. There's nobody that I would rather spend forever with than you. I promise to be the wife that you've always wanted. I promise to always be there for you during good times and bad. I promise that I'll never get in the way of Alabama football. I promise to always kiss you goodnight and always kiss you good morning. You make me happier than I thought was ever possible, and I can't wait to spend forever with you. I love you more than anything ever forever. Love, Hannah.
I can't begin to express how long I have waited for this day. All of my life, I never would have guessed I would have ended up, much less marrying, a woman as amazing as you. You are my dream come true. I hope our wedding day is everything you've ever dreamed of. I'm sorry I can be annoying, forgetful, and frustrating. I hope you know that I love you more than words can say. You have handled the planning, preparation, and execution of our wedding with poise, expertise, and perfection. I'm sitting at our house alone trying to come up with a million ways to tell you how much I love you. However, I'm afraid you'll have to just wait our whole life for me to show you. I promise to love you and cherish you each and every day. We will build the perfect life together. I have no doubt about it. I count my blessings every single day that after a first date to see Monuments Men and accidentally telling me that you love me at the visitor center, that you decided to spend your life with me. As you can probably tell, my penmanship has slowly disintegrated. But I would write you a letter every day telling you how much I love you. Here's to a lifetime of memories. I love you, Anne. Corey.
Do I look lonely? I see the shadows on my face. People have told me I don't look the same. Maybe I lost weight. I'm playing hooky with the best of the best. Put my heart on my chest so that you can see it too. I'm walking the long road, watching the sky fall. The lace in your dress tangles my neck. How do I live the death of a bachelor? Oh, oh, letting the water fall. The death of a bachelor. Oh, oh, seems so fitting for happily ever after. Ooh, how could I ask for more? Lifetime of laughter at the expense of the death of a bachelor. I'm cutting my mind off. Feels like my heart is going to burst. Alone at a table for two, and I just wanna be served. And when you think of me, am I the best you've ever had? Share one more drink with me, smile even though you're sad. I'm walking the long road, watching the sky fall. The lace in your dress tangles my neck. How do I live the death of a bachelor? Oh, oh, letting the water fall. The death of a bachelor. Oh, oh, seems so fitting for happily ever after. Ooh, how could I ask for more? Lifetime of laughter at the expense of the death of a bachelor.
Now we see how it is, as fist begets this spear. Weapons of war, symptoms of madness. Don't let your eyes refuse to see. Don't let your ears refuse to hear. You ain't never gonna shake the sense of sadness. I could hold you in my arms.
My name is Jessie, and I'm Hannah's best friend. First, I want to thank Brad and Sue and Tanya and Doug for such a beautiful weekend. Thank you guys. I'm so glad that today is finally here, not necessarily because you're married, but because I've had this speech written for a very long time. So I've known Hannah for quite a while. We met in 6th grade, and I'm sure some of you are surprised that this isn't mine and Hannah's wedding, which is fair. It didn't take long for us to click because we have identical senses of humor, but I realized quickly that I wanted to be best friends with Hannah, so I took matters into my own hands in our math class in 6th grade. So I sat right behind her, and instead of just talking to her like a normal person, I would lean forward and grab a piece of her hair and yank it out. And I don't know why. And instead of thinking it was weird or getting angry, she thought it was hilarious. So our friendship was clearly meant to be, and the rest was history. And you'll notice that a common theme in this speech is that I'm roasting myself, and that was an accident because I was trying so hard not to roast Hannah too hard. Hannah and I became inseparable from then on. We would spend all day at school together and then go home and talk on the phone for hours. We had countless sleepovers, family vacations, and per her request, I even joined show choir so we could hang out more, which was a huge hit to my social standing. But it was worth it. We had an absolute blast in middle school and high school and couldn't wait to go to college together at SIUE. But then we both took separate paths. She went to SEMO in Cape Girardeau and I went to college in Iowa. We both sobbed in my driveway. It was very dramatic, and we said goodbye even though we both went to Troy literally every weekend after that. But that only lasted one semester, and then I transferred to SEMO for spring of freshman year. The curse of ruining friendships by becoming roommates was not the case for us because we then lived together for the next 2 years and we had a ball. Then came time for us to finally separate without a choice. We were both pursuing master's degrees, and she got into a program in Warrensburg, and I got into a program at SEMO. Now, it's very important that you guys know that Hannah and I always told each other every single detail about any boy that we were ever remotely interested in. And one of us, me, was always the third wheel and became a good friend with the other one's boyfriend. So when Hannah told me that she met a boy in Warrensburg, I was excited for her, but I was annoyed because I couldn't easily meet him and get to know him. And I was also weary because he lives in Knob-Noster, which sounds like a cult town, you know. But when I learned that it was because he's in the Air Force, I accepted it, and I was like, okay. So Hannah and Corey continued to date, and I continued to not know him. And I just accepted that I wouldn't meet him for a while. And that wasn't until Hannah mentioned that Corey was going home to Alabama one weekend, and that he always stops at Cape Girardeau on the way home. And I was like, oh, I still happen to live in Cape Girardeau. So Hannah said, well, he always stops at that Steak and Shake, and he's there. And I was like, no, I'm studying, so he needs to come to my apartment and meet me. I don't know why I was being so bossy, but for whatever reason, I was like, he needs to come meet me, because I don't know him yet, and you guys are getting pretty serious. I think I was just seeing what he would do. And also, fun fact, it was the summertime, and the AC in my apartment was broken. But Corey drove out of his way, and I guess Hannah convinced him I wasn't going to murder him, and came over, and it was just Rachel and I. Can you say hi, Rach? It was just Rachel and I hanging out at the apartment, and he walked to my front door, and he was like, hi, I'm Corey. I proceeded to make him sit in this stifling heat, and I grilled him about Hannah, asked about his intentions, and shared every story about him that I knew already, like, I don't know. And I also had a collage of pictures of all my friends on my wall, and 80% of them were Hannah and I. So I went to each picture and showed him each one and told him every story behind each picture, and basically peed all over Hannah to mark my territory, and let him know she's not yours yet. Corey just stood there and smiled, and I was like, oh, I get it, you guys are friends. I have no idea what I was thinking, it was very weird. He probably thought I had a box of her hair in my closet, which would have made sense considering how I met her. So finally I allowed him to leave, and I immediately called her and was like, I love him, he's great, but he's going to leave you because I ruined everything. So I'm very sorry. So out of this ridiculous occasion, there were 2 lessons learned. 1, I had not changed since 6th grade when I met Hannah. And 2, Corey must care a whole hell of a lot about Hannah to go out of his way and subject himself to such weirdness because it would make her happy and make her best friend happy. And that is what always has sold me on Corey, is that he puts Hannah before himself consistently. So I hope you guys are enjoying the food. I know Corey isn't. We had to eat some dino nuggets up before the back. I'm about to air literally Hannah and Corey's only dirty laundry, and that is their disagreement on food. Hannah is an amazing cook, loves to cook, and Corey lives on a steady diet of garlic cheesy bread and chicken nuggets. So there were a few months into dating, and Hannah calls me to vent about Corey for the first time, and I was excited to hear some dirt finally. I was like, ooh, what do you do? And she's like, he won't eat anything I make. And I was like, oh, that's it? And she's like, yes, I make all these good meals and these Pinterest recipes, and he won't eat anything. And I was like, you need to shut up and keep him and buy as many nuggets as he wants. And so she obviously has acclimated to that. So anyway, it wasn't long until Hannah told me that she was falling in love with Corey and that she wanted to apply for jobs in Warrensburg instead of St. Louis so she could live near him. And I was like, wait a second. He's great and all, but one, he lives in Old Town Knob-Noster. And two, you just said he doesn't eat any of your food, so I changed my mind. That is reason enough to break up with him. And I know I followed you to Cape, but I am not following you to Warrensburg because that town blows. And she was like, no, Jessica, I think he's worth staying here for, and I obviously agreed. And honestly, I think they're both winning the lottery, not only with each other, but with the new families they're gaining. I love Brad and Sue dearly, and they have treated me like a daughter since I was 11 years old. And Corey, they have your back for the rest of your life, and you could not have better in-laws. But be forewarned, Doc Giants is a little unpredictable. You may wake up at 3 in the morning to loud renditions of Crocodile Rock on the piano, or you pull up his driveway only to find him using a chainsaw to carve his largest tree into the shape of a toilet for no reason. All true stories. I also hope that Doc Giants blesses you with the advice that he has always given to Hannah and I. He's very good at advice. Things like, be specific about what you want in life, ask for it, work hard for it, and you will get it. And my personal favorite, which you may not remember, but it was in freshman year of high school, he said, girls, never eat bananas in public. You can cut them up with a fork. That's it. I still, to this day, I won't eat a banana in public. And likewise, I've only met Corey's parents, Tanya and Doug, a few times, but they are amazing people, and I can tell that they will have your back for the rest of their lives. So in closing, I want to provide you both with some invaluable love advice of my own, which I would obviously know because I'm still single. And when life gets complicated and messy, which it will, remember the simple love that you have for each other, and love each other more than you love yourselves, although I think you two already have that one down. I am so thankful that God blessed my best friend and sister with a man who loves her even more than I do, and who she loves just as much. So let's raise a glass to Corey and Hannah Witt and roll tide.
Roll tide.
She asked me, did I not make this too corny? But I remember when she was born, my wife and I did this crazy thing where we cut out a bunch of paper eggs, egg-shaped things, and we wrote down things that we'd like to see in our kids' life. We called them prayer eggs. And we wrote on there that we prayed that she would be surrounded by good friends and good family, and she'd be wise in her decisions. And when I look out today, I know that that prayer's been answered, because she's surrounded by life. Thank all you. And the other thing is, you know, you pray that your kid has extreme wisdom. I said, God, I pray that my kid is wise at an early age. But every father who has a kid, a daughter especially, who at one point in her life rolls her eyes at you, she did at age 10, and I knew at that moment, this kid is smarter than me. And you pray that they turn out halfway normal, and she took after my wife. Oh, did I cut out at that moment? But we know that this couple is going to be super fantastic and super successful because Corey will have no choice in the matter. Because Hannah is always extremely diligent about seeking the right path and doing the right thing. So, raise a toast to a great kid and a beautiful couple, and we pray that they have super success. And thank you.
I too want to welcome all of you to Corey and Hannah. And I talked to Jay, the preacher, just after the wedding. He and I just met yesterday, and to show how the Lord works, everything he said I pretty much wrote about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but it's for Corey and Hannah, so I'd like to reread it for you. Corey and Hannah, on behalf of Tanya and I and the rest of our family, I want you to know how proud we are of the two of you and how much we love both of you. Although you just met and started dating a few years ago and the day you were married, this has been a plan in the making since the day you were born. The Lord has plans for each of us, and this plan today was for the two of you to meet, and now you're married. It was no accident. In the beginning, God created man and placed him in the Garden of Eden. a place that he thought was beautiful and needed nothing else. But God saw that Adam was lonely, and he needed a companion. From one of Adam's ribs, he created Eve, a wife, a companion for him, and saw that Adam was happy. The Bible tells us in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22, just as Jay said, he who finds a wife is a good thing, and y'all both shall find favor from God. As we just celebrated our 28th wedding anniversary, Tanya and I can tell you that it takes two to get married, two to stay married, and that marriage is a great thing if you both work together. The rewards are more than you could ever imagine. A relationship, kids, grandkids, and you become, if you're not already, best friends. You love one another, do things together, spend time together, sometimes more than you want to. Lord help us. But for the most part, they are great times blessed by God. It will take both of you working together all the time to make this work. God created a woman to be a companion for man, and woman is to honor and love her husband unconditionally. And a man is to love his wife as Christ so loved the church. Finally, the Bible teaches us, let all things that you do be for love. We love both of you, and we're very proud of you. Let's raise our glasses.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Daniel, and I'm Corey's best man and longtime friend. I would like to take a few minutes and say a few words, but first, I feel that a few things are in order. Thank you to everyone who was able to come out and celebrate this joyous occasion with Corey and Hannah. It goes without saying that this is one of the biggest days of their life, and as their friend, I'm proud to see this many people supporting their union. However, I'm sure most of you are either here to support Hannah or for the free food, because there's no way that Corey has this many friends. Next, thank you to all the bridesmaids. You all look lovely today, and I want to thank you for being friends with Hannah throughout the years. Groomsmen, you all rock. You all look like studs today, and thank you for showing up sober. Next, I would especially like to thank the parents of our bride and groom. We have Corey's parents, Doug and Tanya, and Hannah's parents, Brad and Sue. Be sure to pat them on the back today, not only because this is an important day for them, but also for raising an outstanding young man and woman. Hannah, you look absolutely beautiful today. Doesn't she, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for being the perfect match for Corey. I'm proud to have seen your growth together as a couple, and I'm absolutely flattered to be here today to share this day with you two. Last but not least, he is handsome, smart, funny, caring, and charming. But enough about me, folks. I'm here to talk about Corey. When Corey asked me to be his best man, I was both nervous and incredibly honored. I was honored because I knew that there was a requisite bond between a groom and his best man, and the fact that he asked me to stand beside him in front of all of his friends and family today affirms that bond. I was nervous because I didn't know how to paint an accurate picture of the Corey that I know, but then I remembered, Corey does that on his own. Corey is one of the best men that I've ever known. He is incredibly loyal, and if you're walking through the fire in your life, he will be there for you the entire way. Corey is a generous man. He would give you the shirt off his back if you needed it, but more importantly, he would give you his time. The quality that I like the most about Corey is his ability to turn any negative situation into a positive one. There have been many instances in our personal and professional lives that can test the resolve of many average men. However, Corey always finds a way to motivate those around him, turning even the worst day around very quickly. Corey, I love you like a brother, and I'm so proud of the man that you are. Hannah, you are marrying the best friend that a man could ask for. Thank you for always being a great partner for Corey, and I can't wait to see how far your relationship takes you in life. In closing, I would like to share a few words of advice for Corey, which I'm sure most of the married men in the room can attest to. Rule number 1, your wife is always right. Rule number 2, if your wife is wrong, refer back to rule number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please raise your glasses. To a lifetime of love and happiness for Corey and Hannah. Roll Tide.